Hello my friends and welcome back to the Overwatch Uprising. I'm having a blast with this event and you probably are too. So today I'm going to show you a little action I did the other day with, I think it was hard mode, the second one. So there's like easy, normal, hard, expert, legendary, I don't know, expert, legendary, whatever. The second hardest one. Not the most hardest, the second hardest. Because there's some specs that I just don't think work beyond that, and certainly not in legendary. But, you know, for some people it does, some people it doesn't. I'm having a blast still. I hope you are. It's pretty samey after a while, but, you know, the more you mix it up with different makeups and things like that, the more entertaining it can be. I think I found a couple of good solutions and things of that nature to kind of talk about what would be a good comp to use if you're going for legendary. Maybe you like them, maybe you don't, but here are some of the recommendations. Well, first off, first things first. You should always play as a team, right? Everybody should stay together just as they do in a regular Overwatch, you know, player versus player environment. There's no reason for people to go running around all over the map trying to get these extra kills. They're gonna come to you. Why waste your energy going after them, right? Just set up in a corner, let them come in and pick them off as they come in. All right, that's what I think about that. Now, some of the heroes, right? You think that there's a lot of robots that need destroying, so you're going to need a lot of offense. Here I'm using Soldier 76, which I don't know if I would really recommend him at Legend or even Expert, but he works well at hard and easy. Everybody works in easy mode, but I like the fact that he can kind of help out with heals, and he can put out some DPS, and he can put out those Helix rockets on Bastion or the detonators if you need them. But let's face it, this whole event was made and created around Tracer, right? Tracer, for those of you who don't know, when she blinks, all of the robots, all of the Omnics kind of pause for a second. They get confused because she's disappeared, and they have to reacquire her as a target. So using Tracer, blinking around periodically, is probably a good way to just stop the Omnics from shooting at all. And then you can finish them off. I like Tracer a lot in that fashion. You know, you can hang out behind a Reinhardt shield or something on the payload or on the object or wherever you are as you're walking towards the final conclusion. You can hang out behind the shield until you need to go and blink real fast. Blink twice, get behind one of the guys, a shield guy, and get them down, shoot them from behind, or get them to turn around, and then the rest of the team can finish them off, and then, you know, rewind back and get behind the shield again. Or maybe blink out twice, do your thing, and then blink back twice. By then, you're surely going to have your blink recharged, right? So that's why I like Tracer. I think Tracer, the event, like I said before, in a previous video, I think Tracer was one of the tunes around whom the event was built. So she's a great pick for offense. Soldier 76 I kind of like. You know, here you see I'm doing okay with them. I died once, but that was probably more because I was the only one on the point. And that's another problem. So if you don't stay together while you're capturing these points, you're leaving one person to do it. Don't you dare yell at the one person who steps off of it to go back on the point because somebody has to be there. If you're not on it, you need to be on it too. So don't get upset at teammates who aren't holding the point while you're out having fun shooting everything, right? Do the math and play out the game, right? If you haven't noticed, a lot of these avatars, they're coming at you in specific predefined paths depending on where you are. So if everybody's together in one spot, they all come to you from the same spot. Would I use Reaper in this situation? No, I would not. I mean, he can put out some damage, and he'll work well on some of the big guys, but I don't see Reaper lasting very long in this environment. Another tune I wouldn't use on offense, I probably wouldn't use Genji. I mean, you're not really going to be... Are you going to reflect that much damage, really? You might be able to, but I don't know if I would use Genji. He seems a little squishy for what's going on here. McCree, maybe not either. I mean, he's only got the 6 bullets in the chamber, and you've got a lot of little guys and not so many big guys. But when the big guys come out, he might work. Pharah, I wouldn't use Pharah at all. There's no way I would use Pharah unless you're not going to fly. Because as soon as you fly up in the air, introducing that Y vertice to the calculation for the AI, all of a sudden the spawns are going to come from weird places and start shooting weird direction. I would not use Pharah, but that's just me. Okay? So if you're picking an offensive guy, I would probably go with Tracer. Maybe Soldier. Sombra might work too. I've seen a lot of success with Sombra as people get into position and hack the Bastion. So Bastion can't do anything, right? Hack the shield guy so the shield guy goes down quicker. Sombra kind of works. So if I'm picking them, I'm going to say Tracer, Soldier, Sombra. But I'm going to leave the other offensive guys off of my list. It's just not going to work, I don't think. Okay? But, you know, who knows? You try it? Good luck. Let me know. If you beat Legendary with one of those other tunes, let me know. What else do we got here? Defensive tunes. Widowmaker, wouldn't use her. Widowmaker's great for headshotting if there's only 6 enemies, and then suddenly you have a 6-on-5 advantage. That makes sense. Mei works a little bit, but not as much as I would like her to. You know, she can slow those detonators down, which helps, and she can spray a lot of people, but basically she's also like a single target kind of person too, so I would probably avoid her. Hanzo for the same reasons, except for his ultimate, you know. Scatter shot would help every now and again. No. I think of the defensive-minded toons, I think Torbjorn, for whom the event was catered, is a great pick, because you got him and his turret, which shoots everything. I like Junkrat, which puts explosions everywhere, so you're talking about a lot of damage everywhere. Plus a trap, which could slow people advancing. I think that would be helpful. But the main go-to I find most success with is probably Bastion and the No Limits, because, I mean, that's just pure DPS, really. They call him a defensive toon, but that's a lot of bullets, and he can hold that ground wherever he happens to be, so that works pretty well. And speaking of holding ground, let's talk about some of those tanks, right? Because, like here we've got an Orisa who's doing a great job, and now we can kind of just push on through and no problems. But let's say Orisa's a good one, because she has her halt ability, so if you have a detonator approaching a payload, for example, on hard mode, there's the 80% payload damage achievement. If you keep the payload's health above 80%, there's an achievement. So Orisa could help, you know, to kind of pull back or push back, depending on how you want to phrase it and look at it, you know, conceptually, the enemies as they're coming towards you. I like Reinhardt a lot because he can charge them and go through people. Roadhog, not so much. I mean, he's got that big blast, but he's a big target, and what are you going to do? Hook in the detonator? Maybe get behind him and pull them back away from the payloads? Maybe, but then you're not together with the team, so I don't really like Roadhog. So far, Orisa and Reinhardt seem to be the tanks. Zarya, not so much. I mean, she can lay down explosions herself and kind of get things going, but it's difficult to build her charge, I find. Some of you are probably better than I am, or have played with other people who are better than the people I've played with, but the ones we feel we're pretty confident and have an understanding. Even though we're not the greatest Zarya players, we feel we have an understanding of how well a great Zarya player could do. I think that might be a little problematic. Winston helps. Winston can shoot a lot of things at once, you know, and he's got his own shield that he can put down, so he can scatter a little bit. Winston maybe get in there on the tank from time to time, but I think my priority is going to be Reinhardt. Again, one of the characters for whom the event was created, right? You know what I mean? All right. Oh, and coming up here pretty soon, we're coming to a door. Apparently there was a glitch where something, and nobody would spawn beyond this door. Except the OR-15 units, which doesn't make any sense. If anybody was exploiting that glitch to get your achievements, well, I hope you enjoy having a spray that doesn't count, you know? But, you got it. Some people enjoy that stuff. I am not a big fan of... I'm not a big fan of breaking mechanics in order to succeed. You know, I can do it. I know how to do it. I have a great deal of experience doing it. It's not something I want to do. And by the way, that experience comes from the software engineer's perspective. Problem solving and alpha testing things, finding the exploit and correcting it. You can look back in some of my archived footage and see a lot of Dexteram Testing's bug reports in video format for people, so we're not here to cheat. Alright, coming around the corner here, we got healers. Now, I've talked about healers a little bit before. Some people have given me grief because I don't think Zenyatta's a great one. It's not that he can't be useful. You know, you put that disarmy orb on somebody, the Discord orb on somebody, you can burn them down pretty fast. It's just, if the team you're working with isn't that great, you're going to have a hard time keeping them healed. I think Mercy's the go-to healer still, because the ultimate is the one that reses multiple people when you're in a pinch. Being able to res people is probably more important than, you know, unlimited healing for a few minutes. Lucio, man, I'll come back to Lucio. I really don't like him during this event. The fact that he heals a little bit better now, but his radius is only a third of what it used to be, so you really need a team that's going to be near you. If they're not, then you might as well go with Ana. But if you're going to go with Ana, then you're really in trouble, because what are you going to use that, you know, the dart for? Symmetra works too in weird ways, but I don't think Symmetra, setting up a shield generator in the middle of the map, for the whole map can be kind of fun. But I don't know. I think the big main ones are go with the team that was built that way, or if you're going to construct your own, you know, I like Bastion, Reinhardt, Orisa, and Mercy, and Torbjorn. I think that's about it, though. But good luck out there. See what you can do. If you've got a better idea than what I've got, then let me know. Leave a comment below. If you'd like to see more content like this, then by all means, please do consider subscribing. More will be coming out real soon. Until next time, good luck out there and have fun. I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.